Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into the world of meditation.
Oh, meditation.
But we're not just skimming the surface.
Right.
We're going deeper
Okay.
to uncover how it can really affect things like your academic performance and how well your brain works.
Yeah.
We've got some really interesting research lined up
Cool.
and insights from all sorts of experts in the field.
Awesome.
So let's just jump right in.
Yeah, let's do it.
What exactly is meditation?
I think that's a great place to start because it seems like everybody's talking about meditation these days.
Right, it's everywhere.
It's this big buzzword,
No.
but what does it actually mean?
Yeah.
Well, at its heart,
Okay.
it's about training your mind.
Ah.
Training your mind to focus or to clear itself.
Mm-hmm.
It often involves both mental and physical techniques, but like you said,
Right.
there are so many different types of meditation that it can be really confusing.
Yeah. And speaking of types, it seems like there are a ton. Our research mentions guided meditation, mantra-based practices, mindfulness, and even something called transcendental meditation.
Wow, it's a lot.
Where do we even begin to unpack all of this?
Well, I think since our focus today is on academic performance and cognitive abilities,
Okay.
we can really prioritize the types of meditation that have been shown to be the most effective in those areas.
That makes sense.
Like, for example, mindfulness meditation, which has been researched a lot,
Uh-huh.
and it's been linked to improved focus, better attention, and even emotional regulation, which are all so important for academic success,
Yeah, absolutely. Those are crucial.
especially these days.
So it sounds like instead of getting lost in this huge list of all the different types of meditation,
Right.
we can really hone in on the ones that are most relevant for our listeners.
Exactly.
So tell me, how does mindfulness meditation actually work? And why might it be especially beneficial for students?
Great questions. So mindfulness meditation is all about paying attention to the present moment, but without judgment. So it's kind of like hitting the pause button on that constant stream of thoughts that we all have and just noticing them as they pop up, but not getting swept away by them.
That seems pretty useful for students
It really is.
because they're constantly dealing with so much information and so many distractions.
Exactly. It's like creating a mental space.
Oh, I like that. A mental space.
Yeah, so they can process everything without feeling totally overwhelmed.
That makes sense.
And research has actually shown that mindfulness meditation can change the structure of your brain.
Really?
Yeah, in ways that support learning and memory.
Wow, that's fascinating.
It's been linked to having more gray matter in the hippocampus.
The hippocampus.
Yeah, the hippocampus is the part of your brain that's responsible for making new memories.
So it's not just about like feeling calmer, it's actually like physically changing your brain.
It is. It's like enhancing your brain's ability to learn and remember things.
That's incredible. So does this mean that mindfulness meditation can like directly lead to better grades? Or do better on tests?
Well, there are obviously no guarantees.
Yeah.
But the research seems to suggest that it can.
Okay.
Because studies have found that students who practice mindfulness meditation often do better academically. They say that they focus better, they can remember things more easily, and they're less anxious when they take tests.
Well, yeah, if you're less distracted and less stressed,
Right.
you're obviously going to be able to learn better and perform better when the pressure's on.
Exactly.
But, what about students who are already feeling super overwhelmed with all their schoolwork?
Yeah.
Like adding another thing to their to-do list, even if it's meditation,
Right.
might feel like the opposite of what they need.
I get that. It's a common concern, but here's the thing. Even just a few minutes of mindfulness meditation every day can make a big difference. It really can. It's about quality, not quantity. And there are ways to fit mindfulness into your day without having to block off a huge chunk of time.
Okay, I'm definitely interested.
You're right.
So how can students do that? What are some examples?
Sure. One really easy technique is to just bring mindful awareness to everyday things that you're already doing.
Yeah.
Like, for example, instead of scrolling through your phone while you eat, really take a few moments to savor every bite. Pay attention to how the food tastes, what it feels like in your mouth, how it smells.
So it's like bringing that same kind of mindfulness from your meditation into those everyday things that you're doing anyway.
Right. And the more you practice, the easier it gets. You start to naturally become more aware of your thoughts, your feelings, your body sensations throughout the day. And that can help you to manage stress better, make smarter decisions, and stay focused on whatever you're doing.
Especially in today's world.
I know, right?
where it feels like there are distractions everywhere you turn.
It's true.
So before we get too far into like the practical stuff,
Okay.
I want to zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture. Like the history of meditation.
Right.
Our sources mention that it has roots in ancient traditions going back thousands of years.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
So can you give us like a quick overview of how meditation has evolved over time?
Sure. So while nobody knows exactly when and where meditation started, evidence suggests that it popped up in different cultures independently. Like in India, for example. Yeah. Meditation has been a key part of spiritual traditions for a really long time.
Right.
Traditions like Hinduism and Buddhism.
Our sources even specifically mention something called Vedantism.
Yes.
A Hindu tradition, which has some of the earliest written records of meditation.
Oh, wow.
Dating back to around 1500 BCE.
That's incredible.
It's amazing to think about people doing this thousands of years ago.
It really is.
And it's interesting that the word meditation itself didn't really become popular until much later.
That's true, around the 12th century AD, and it comes from the Latin word meditatum.
So the word itself might be newer, but the practice is super old.
Very old.
And it's changed and evolved over time.
It has.
And across cultures and centuries.
Exactly.
And as meditation has become more well-known in the West, it's been embraced by tons of people.
All sorts of people.
Not just people who are like, seeking spiritual enlightenment or something like that.
Right.
And that leads us back to our focus today.
Yeah.
Which is how meditation can help you learn better and improve your thinking abilities.
It's like this ancient practice is finding new life in our modern world.
Totally.
Like a toolkit to help us deal with the challenges of such a fast-paced, information-heavy world.
And as research continues to uncover more about how meditation works, we're really just scratching the surface of its potential.
I think so.
To transform our lives. Absolutely, both individually and collectively.
It's exciting.
So stay tuned for the next part of our deep dive,
where
we'll really get into the fascinating science behind how meditation affects our brains and bodies.
I can't wait.
You'll learn about how meditation can actually rewire your brain for success, reduce stress, and just make you feel better overall.
Amazing.
We'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Welcome back to our deep dive into meditation.
It's great to be back.
We've talked about what meditation is, touched on its history, and started exploring how mindfulness can benefit students.
Right.
Now let's get into the science behind it.
Okay.
Our sources mention that meditation can actually change the physical structure of your brain.
It's pretty amazing.
It's like rewiring those neural pathways to optimize how information flows.
Like upgrading your brain's operating system.
I like that analogy.
Think of your brain as a complex network of roads and highways.
Okay.
Meditation is like widening those roads, making it easier for information to travel.
So it's not just about calming the mind. It's about improving the brain's infrastructure for learning.
Exactly. And one area that really benefits is the hippocampus.
The hippocampus, that's the memory center, right?
It is. It plays a crucial role in forming new memories.
So how does meditation affect the hippocampus?
Studies have shown that mindfulness meditation, in particular, can lead to increased gray matter in the hippocampus.
So it's actually making the hippocampus bigger?
Essentially, yes.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like giving your brain a workout, helping it become more efficient.
Exactly. And this can have a big impact on a student's ability to remember what they've studied.
And do better on exams.
Right. Absolutely. Improved memory is a huge advantage for students.
But the benefits go beyond just the brain, right? It affects our bodies, too.
Absolutely. It influences our physiology, our body's internal systems.
One of our sources highlights the link between meditation and lower blood pressure.
Right.
Which is a major risk factor for heart disease. So how does meditation do that?
It's thought to be a combination of relaxation and stress reduction.
Okay.
When we meditate, we induce a state of deep calm, which slows down the heart rate, eases tension in the blood vessels.
It's like hitting the reset button for your cardiovascular system.
Yeah, exactly.
And this isn't just theoretical.
No.
One study found that people who did a meditation program used 43% fewer medical services than they did the previous year.
That's a huge difference.
That's remarkable. It sounds like meditation could not only improve our health, but also reduce our healthcare costs.
Potentially, yes. And as the evidence for these benefits continues to grow, we might see more health insurance plans covering meditation programs.
That would be amazing, making it more accessible for everyone.
Definitely.
But even without insurance, there are so many affordable ways to learn and practice meditation.
There are.
Like books, apps, online resources, local classes.
You don't need any special equipment or anything.
Right, you can do it anywhere.
Anytime.
It's empowering to know we have this tool at our disposal.
It really is.
To improve our well-being, but let's go back to some of the specific health benefits.
Sure.
Our sources mention that meditation can be effective in managing chronic pain.
That's right.
How does that work?
It's thought to operate on multiple levels.
Okay.
Firstly, meditation induces relaxation, which can help reduce muscle tension.
Makes sense.
And lessen pain perception. And secondly, meditation helps you develop a different relationship with pain.
Interesting.
Instead of resisting it or fearing it, you learn to observe it without judgment.
So it's like taking the power away from the pain.
Exactly.
And one source even suggests that meditation can help people quit smoking.
It sounds surprising, but it's true.
How can something as passive as meditation help with something as addictive as smoking?
Research suggests that meditation can reduce cravings and increase self-awareness.
Okay.
Which gives people more control over their impulses.
Like strengthening your willpower.
Exactly, and the psychological benefits we discussed earlier.
Right, like reduced anxiety and depression.
Yes, those can play a role too.
So it's like a holistic approach.
It is, addressing the underlying emotional factors that contribute to the addiction.
Instead of just treating the symptoms.
Right.
One of our sources dives into some really interesting research on the effects of meditation on gene expression.
This is where it gets really fascinating.
Gene expression. That sounds complicated.
It is, but I'll try to explain it simply.
Okay.
Gene expression refers to the process by which information encoded in our genes is used to create proteins.
Proteins, those are the building blocks of our bodies.
Exactly.
So it's like a blueprint that guides our body's operations.
A good analogy.
And you're saying meditation can influence which genes are turned on and off.
That's what some research suggests.
Wow, that's incredible.
Studies have shown that meditation can downregulate the expression of genes involved in inflammation.
And inflammation is linked to so many chronic diseases.
It is. So by reducing inflammation at the genetic level, meditation could play a role in preventing those diseases.
That's amazing. It's as meditation is working on a deeper level than we ever imagined.
And it's not just about reducing the bad stuff.
Oh, there's more.
Meditation can also upregulate or increase the expression of genes involved in things like energy production and cellular repair.
It's like giving your body a boost from the inside out.
That's a great way to put it.
Now, it's important to note that this research is still new.
It is.
But it opens up some exciting possibilities.
It really does.
It really highlights how interconnected our minds and bodies are.
They really are.
What we do with our minds can literally change our physical health.
And vice versa. Our physical health can impact our mental well-being.
It's fascinating.
It is.
And meditation seems to be a powerful tool to create a more harmonious balance between the two.
I agree.
Which is essential for overall well-being. Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into meditation.
It's been a great journey so far.
We've covered so much, the history, the science, the benefits.
All the incredible ways meditation can impact us.
But now, let's get practical.
Okay, sounds good.
How do you actually get started with meditation?
That's the big question, right?
It can feel overwhelming.
Yeah, with so many different techniques and traditions out there.
Right, you might feel like you need to become some kind of Zen master overnight.
Exactly. But one of our sources offers some great advice.
Oh, what's that?
Keep it simple.
Start simple.
Don't overthink it.
Okay.
Experiment with different techniques.
Okay.
See what feels right for you.
Like trying on different shoes.
Exactly. You need to find the right fit.
So what are some good starting points for beginners?
Our sources suggest a couple of practices.
Okay.
One is guided meditation.
Guided meditation.
There are tons of apps and online resources that can lead you through visualizations and relaxation techniques.
It's like having a personal meditation coach right in your pocket.
Exactly.
What about something even simpler?
Breath awareness meditation.
Breath awareness.
It's super simple, but surprisingly powerful.
How does that work?
Find a comfortable seated position, close your eyes, and just focus on your breath.
Just your breath.
Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the gentle sensation of the air going in and out.
That sounds easy enough.
It is, but you might find your mind wandering.
Yeah, I'm sure my mind would be all over the place.
That's normal. The key is not to judge yourself.
Okay.
When your mind wanders, just gently guide your attention back to your breath.
Like training a puppy.
Exactly.
It takes patience and gentle redirection. So it's not about clearing your mind completely.
No.
It's more about learning to observe those thoughts.
Right, without getting carried away by them.
And the more you practice, the better you get at it.
You'll be able to focus for longer periods, and those distracting thoughts will start to fade away.
Our sources also talk about the importance of creating the right environment.
Yes, setting yourself up for success.
So it's not just about the technique.
It's about the whole experience.
Find a quiet space where you can sit comfortably.
Dim the lights, maybe light a candle.
Use some aromatherapy oil.
Create a calming atmosphere.
Like building a little sanctuary for your mind.
Exactly.
And consistency is key, right?
Absolutely.
Even a few minutes each day can make a difference.
It's like exercise.
Right. Better to do a little bit regularly
than to try to cram it all in at once.
So maybe start with 5 or 10 minutes.
And gradually increase it as you feel comfortable.
No need to pressure yourself.
Meditation is a practice, not a performance.
I like that, a practice.
Be patient and celebrate the small wins.
Our sources also talk about incorporating mindfulness into everyday activities.
Oh, yeah, that's a great way to practice.
So you don't have to set aside a specific time for meditation.
Right. Mindfulness can be woven into your daily life.
Give me an example.
While you're eating, really savor each bite.
Hello?
Pay attention to the taste, the texture, the aroma.
Be present with your food.
While you're walking, notice the sensations of your feet on the ground. Feel the air on your skin. Listen to the sounds around you.
It's like bringing that mindful lens to everything you do.
Exactly.
Even the mundane things.
You start to appreciate the simple things more.
And feel more connected to the world around you.
It's a beautiful way to live.
Our sources also emphasize patience and self-compassion.
So important.
It's a reminder that meditation is a journey, not a destination.
It's about the process, not the end goal.
And there will be days when your mind is calm and focused.
And days when it's not.
That's okay.
It's all part of the practice.
So don't get discouraged.
There's no right or wrong way to meditate.
Just find what works for you.
And enjoy the journey.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into meditation,
it's been a fascinating exploration.
We encourage you to embrace this journey for yourself.
It's a journey of self-discovery, of inner peace and resilience.
It can lead to incredible transformations.
In your mind, body, and spirit.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of meditation.
We hope you've learned something new.
And that you're inspired to explore this ancient practice.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.